Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of We Love Our Kids But. I am Justin McClure, and over there is...
I am Ami McClure.
We got a good episode for you guys today, and thank you to all the recent new subscribers and followers. Thank you. If you have a suggestion for something we should talk about, hit us up on Instagram. We Love Our Kids But. So let's kick this off. What we're going to talk about today.
So just thinking, our kids are growing up as everybody else's kids does. It's not unique. They're growing like everybody else's kids.
They're not frozen in time. These kids are getting... Alexis just lost another tooth a couple days ago. She's got they're all gone.
Yeah, she's missing, I guess, her 3 top teeth. But, I mean, we all know it's going to happen. If you're a parent, we all know this transition is going to happen. But, are you ever prepared for it? Am I ever prepared? Are we prepared to deal with our kids growing up and getting into situations and going to school and having other kids to deal with and how they're handling themselves independently? Because you're used to, if something happens when they're 5, they come running to you, or, kindergarten, they go running to the teacher. This is such a different phase that at least the girls are in. And Jersey's just a whole nother character within himself right now, too. So it's...
Yeah, we wanted to bring this up and talk about this because something recently happened with the girls. They just started school. They can try to solve their own problems now, or maybe peer pressure affects some things. So we're kind of intrigued and a bit blown away with some of the things that they're saying. Ava, one of our twin daughters, something happened. You want to tell the story of what happened the other day?
Ava, there's recess at school, and she said that during recess there was a boy who was chasing another girl around, and the girl didn't want him to do it. She wanted him to stop. Ava says, I walked up to the boy, and if you know Ava, just imagine Ava telling this story. I walked up to that boy and I said, listen, I don't know what your problem is, but if you don't stop, revenge is going to come back to you.
Right. And so that's the key phrase there is revenge is going to come back to you, when she told me, I gut laughed because that was hilarious, and I've laughed every day since. And basically, in conversation with Ava, and if we're arguing where I'm being sarcastic, I'm just like, Ava, be careful because revenge might come back to you, because I think that's something unique that she made up or something. But the point that I think you're saying is that she pretty much tried to solve her own problem.
It wasn't even her problem.
Yeah, but she made it like she's the recess police or something, Maybe all this Taekwondo has influenced her, so she's like, okay, if anything happens on this turf, I'm going to jump in here and tell people how I feel, or what do you...
I think Ava's always been pretty bold, but I guess I always felt like her boldness was in her comfort zone of home.
Yeah.
Or I just didn't know how that boldness would play out among her peers. So hearing her say that she's still hey, listen, it's hilarious to me. It's really, it's hilarious, but it's also yay. She's not fearful of her peers, and I don't think she's somebody who's going to let somebody try and tell her what to do, for sure.
Well, this is on the heels of this happened a couple days in a row, pretty much. So now it's gotten to the point where I just ask Ava, I'm like, what happened on the playground? And it's pretty much the same thing. It's well, this one boy, he was talking too loud, and he came over and he almost, brushed into me. And I said, hey, watch it. And so I'm like, Ava, are you turning into a bully? And she is really sweet. Obviously, both the girls are sweet. I'm trying to look into this as how much is Ava trying to just be humorous? And because I'm picturing this actually happening. And I'm like, whoa, our little girls are becoming independent girls on their own and tough. And so it makes you realize that when you're not around your kids, they are developing into something by the time they're in 3rd grade. That's not kindergarten anymore. Mm-hmm. Kindergarten, they would not do anything without you knowing, or they would do everything based on what you told them to do. Mm-hmm. When you go to school today, do this, or now they're at the point where they're thinking for themselves, and we have to hope that our influence leads them to their best thinking.
Yeah, for sure. So that's a hilarious story, and I think, as you said, I don't know how much of it is 100% true. I think that because this house is full of comedy and teasing and laughter, she probably puffed it up a bit for the extra punchline, so to speak.
Well, I have to tell you something.
What?
The next day at, I don't think she knows this, but the next day at breakfast, I brought it up again. And I said, when Ava, you were at recess in the playground, you said this to this boy and whatever. And Alexa said, she didn't say that.
Like I said, I'm sure she puffs it up.
But she did say the day before, she did say something similar. She was just like, somebody cut in line, and she was just like, hey, you can't cut in line or whatever. So that did happen. So I think either Ava is trying to just puff out her chest a little bit, if you understand what I'm saying, or she's just trying to be funny in front of mom and dad, because she knows what I think.
Stories, yeah.
She knows that I'm going to ask about school, and if something funny happens, I'm going to ask more questions about it. So maybe she's trying to like just instigate that a little bit. And if that's the case, it's fine. It's good banter between your parents. It's like it's a good way to communicate. I like asking about school and everything, but I want to know the truth, and I don't want to know that the kids are like turning into little.
They're at home
playground.
writing Shakespearean stories. I mean, at the playground writing stories about what can I say when I get home.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's just a good story about how kids are just developing their own mind.
Quick update. So I see these questions all the time, and I know it's because everybody doesn't see things all the time. But quick update on my wrist. They're still broken. No, they are healing up. I have obviously no casts or braces on anymore at the moment. I start physical therapy. My range of motion is really the issue. Like I can't turn my hand over to like scoop water. Oh, that hurts.
Scoop water out of the river, everybody.
No, when you're brushing your teeth, sometimes
yeah.
That hurts really. Like I can't even do that.
Okay.
So
relax.
I'm working on getting that back.
Physical therapy.
I can't scratch my back. Like I gotta like.
You got a back scratcher, so it's fine.
Yeah. So I'm not in constant pain, but I do feel a dull aching all the time. But it's getting there.
She's on the way, guys. Physical therapy coming. Thank you, guys. We will see you soon.